Greetings and welcome to In Printing Color. My name is Liz, aka pezliz, and we are streaming this live on twitch.tv/pezliz. And today we are going to talk about a color that I have loved for a long time, and that is Polymaker's Starlight Jupiter. So Starlight Jupiter on this beautiful Kit Kiln C3PO is a lovely golden shade with some extra hues in here. I see lots of gold. I see some reflections of some orange, and I don't know what else. Lots of things to dream of. But this Starlight Jupiter is definitely a great color if you're looking for golden colors in your prints. And we're going to take a look at some of the prints that I have done with this, and also talk about how to print with Starlight Jupiter, if there's anything that you need to know, and go from there. So, of course, I love Star Wars, and this is a model by the Kit Kiln. This is his new Chunk 3PO. I also, of course, love Star Wars and Jar Jar Binks. So this is Wexter's Jar Jar Binks Mini, available on his Printables Club. This is available from Kit Kiln on Thangs. I'll make sure I put links in for these models. But it's really fun to do a model like this in something like Starlight Jupiter, because it sort of captures the essence, but it kind of looks like a trophy in the same sense too. So, and I mean, for anybody, isn't Jar Jar Binks a treasure? All right, so I'm gonna take a look at some of the things that I have printed over the last 2 years with Starlight Jupiter. Starlight Jupiter was part of the original three that started out the Starlight filaments for Polymaker. We'll take a look at the other ones, of course, as well during this stream. But I printed all sorts of things in this color because it's just so pretty. So one of the things that I did is, here's a test print of a Fix-em Dude model. So this is a Fix-em Dude Motors FDM print in place school bus. I didn't have any orange or yellow handy, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So I thought, why not print a school bus in Starlight Jupiter? Next up, this was a stress test. This is the E3D Hedgehog. This was on my old Prusa printer, so you see lots of stringing there. We could talk about how to minimize stringing with something like this, because Starlight really doesn't print like this if you print it properly. But there's a little hedgehog. This is an absolute gorgeous model. This is a very special to me dragon bust by Wexter. This is called Iskra Dragon. Iskra means spark in Polish, and I had a kitty that I loved named Iskra. So Wexter also named the dragon Spark, or Iskra, after her. And of course, it's absolutely gorgeous in the Starlight Jupiter. Starlight Jupiter is wonderful for busts because you get that golden look, but unlike a silk filament that you might have breakage, if you don't print carefully, but you know, some silk filaments might break, or of course you get inconsistency in the color depending on how fast you're printing. This is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the way the Starlight filament looks different. The colors change depending on the light that you have reflected off it. So absolutely gorgeous. Next up, actually, here's a combination of the first 3 Starlights that existed. So we have Starlight Jupiter, Starlight Mercury, and Starlight Neptune, and this is a slide lock case by 3D Printy. So I'll make sure, like I said, I'll make sure I link that for you. Absolutely gorgeous. And this was a way for me to highlight the brand new line of filament when it first came out. I was so excited to share it. Starlight Neptune is my absolute favorite Starlight until proven otherwise, but I definitely love the way that the just the little color swap there halfway through on the band of the Jupiter and the Mercury look. So absolutely gorgeous. Again, I did a lot of color swapping around here for, these are also 3D Printy fidgets. We've got some Starlight Mercury, we've got some Silk Pezriwinkle, we've got some Polymaker Magenta, and of course, we have, I think that is Comet, Starlight Comet, and of course, in the middle, the top middle there, it is Starlight Jupiter. So a nice combination of colors, love that. This is a hueforge. And yes, you can use Starlight colors in hueforge. So Starlight Jupiter is the third layer of this print. This is actually based on a photo that I took of the Statue of Liberty. This is one of my own hueforges. So we went from black to brown to Starlight Jupiter, and then over top is a glitter filament, as you can see. Very, very shiny, sparkly, glittery. You could use white as well. But I was playing around with hueforge, and yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and that really does capture the sunset and the Statue of Liberty. Next up, we have another Wexter model. This is one of Wexter's Gremlin. So this Gremlin was done in Starlight Jupiter. I thought I tend to do a lot of the busts that I do in Starlight Jupiter because some people do grays when they do busts. Some people do marbles. I like to do Starlight Jupiter when I'm doing a bust. And I mean, it still looks really creepy. And I just love the way the light hits the Starlight filaments, especially Jupiter for a bust. Here's another angle. Like I said, depending on the angle that you use, you can get a different look when photographing these makes, and absolutely gorgeous. I also did Christmas thank you cards. These are by Karen Chow, and I used Starlight Jupiter for the gold in the Christmas card. So there you go. Oops, this one was a bonus because that's actually Starlight Comet. We'll skip through there. I also, of course, love playing with our Starlights. So we have this is Built Over Bot's Platypus. I kind of did a Perry the Platypus here. So I did the beaks and the feet in the Starlight Jupiter, and of course the body in the Starlight Neptune, to kind of get a platypus out of it. Here is an example of using a darker brown with the Starlight Jupiter, and then I think that is Polyterra. Oh, sorry. Now it's matte. That would be matte Savannah Yellow. So I played around with some different colors. I think it's metallic gold, Starlight Jupiter, and of course Savannah Yellow. And these are earrings designed by our friend Pink. So I got a sort of an elegant look out of that sunburst. Next up, just the fine little details on this lightsaber. This is a Mace Windu lightsaber by 3D Printing World. And for the gold accents, I used Starlight Jupiter. Next up, we have a model by I'm a Fan of Delicious Flavor, aka Deep Dive Designs. And again, I broke the rules for this one. I used Starlight Jupiter because the Abyssinians in my life were more on the brown side. And so I played around with the Starlight Jupiter, as you can see. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, I will make sure I link this model as well. It's a beautiful hueforge. Also, we have two things here. This is Bearded Printer's Floppy Dragon. I believe that is Starlight Comet. And of course, the horns are done in the Starlight Jupiter. And the little dish is also done in Starlight Jupiter. But if you take a closer look at that model, you can tell that I actually needed to change my nozzle. So there's a lot of really thick layer lines in there. I did not, for this one, I didn't do flush. So you can see some of the Starlight Jupiter came through on the dragon, which I loved. I actually quite enjoyed the way that turned out. So, but that is the Floppy Dragon by Bearded Printer. Starlight is also a filament that can be used in place of gingerbread. So if you're looking at Christmas time to do gingerbread, this is a rocking horse by Built Over Bot, and I did that in the, of course, the Starlight Jupiter, and it does look like gingerbread. It's absolutely gorgeous as gingerbread during the holiday season. I also did some of, I think these are Granier's, Christmas bell earrings with Starlight Jupiter. I love Starlight Jupiter in place of gold. It's just really easy to print with and super fun. I also have there, I think that is the matte lava red, and I'm trying to remember what the other colors are. Anyway, just a beautiful green there. I think that's silk green. Silk green. Yes. Those are Granier's. So like I said, I will make sure that I have the links in the YouTube video. And of course, if anyone else would like the links, I will be able to provide them. So I have shown, of course, the versatility of this beautiful filament, but let's take a look at this filament and how you might want to print with it. So here it is on the Polymaker website. This is, of course, Panchroma Starlight PLA. So this is Starlight Jupiter. As you can see, there's gold tones, some reddish orange tones, lots of sparkle and shimmer in this. With this color, of course, depending on the light, you get all kinds of different effects. Here's a nice macro picture. Absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, there's some orange glitter in there, some pearlescent glitter. It's just absolutely beautiful. I immediately think of gingerbread. I love doing busts. I love doing, you know, all kinds of goldish things. Here's I think this is a Cinderwing dragon. And of course, let's take a look at the whole family of Starlight while we're here. So the original three were Starlight Mercury, which we've actually done a whole episode on because I adore this filament. I use Starlight Mercury in place of silver a lot of the time. I just find it's a beautiful, beautiful filament. And for all of these filaments, I highly recommend them for dragons because the way that the light reflects off them is absolutely gorgeous. You get a great effect, and it's really strong filament. It is strong enough for dragons. Again, we have our Starlight Jupiter that we've already talked about. Starlight Neptune was the third in the original family. Absolutely gorgeous, turquoisey teal color. I love this color. It is my favorite of all the Starlights. Also in the Starlight family, we have Starlight Comet. So Starlight Comet has a little bit of like a purpley green tone to it. I really enjoy it. Then next we have Starlight Meteor, and Starlight Meteor has more of an olive gold glimmer to it. Really love that one. Starlight Aurora is also absolutely gorgeous. This one's more on the golden side of the shimmer. Love that one. And of course we have Starlight Nebula, which is purpley. There's I don't know, like there's so many colors that show up depending on the light with these filaments. And then of course we have Starlight Twilight, which has some turquoise and blue and purple. Absolutely gorgeous. And the newest kid on the block is Starlight Mars, which is a beautiful red with a bit of an orange tone to it. Absolutely gorgeous. So when taking a look at the Starlight filaments, a lot of people ask, is this going to clog my nozzle? Is this going to clog my nozzle? The Panchroma Starlight has a very unique shimmering effect. So there's sort of like a mica to it. And with that, you do not have to use a special nozzle. It is not going to clog your nozzle. Now let's see what it says in the print settings. So it does suggest that your print temperature is 190 to maximum 230. Your bed temp, you know, anywhere between 25 and 60. It sticks to the bed really nice. Your printing speeds, I print mine on the slower side just to get, you know, slow and steady wins the race. And of course, there's all kinds of other settings there. I've never had to dry a Starlight filament, so that's not been in my experience. But it does say here, this will print great on any stock 3D printer. You will want to print slower on stock older side style printers, and it does say greater than equal or greater than a 0.4 millimeter diameter nozzle recommended, because of course there is still some glitter in there. It's just not chunky glitter, but you want to be careful with your nozzle. I think if you're printing with a 0.2 nozzle, you definitely want to print a little bit hotter. and see how you're doing. But there you go. And of course, there's also printer profiles on wiki.polymaker.com. So you can download a printer profile for this filament. Absolutely gorgeous. So I have taken you on a bit of a journey through my space of using the Starlight Jupiter. As of course you know, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's great for in place of gold in a lot of cases. It can be used in place of browns, but also enjoyed for what it is. And of course, if you had a dream Starlight filament, what color would you want Polymaker to make? They want to know, because they will definitely extend the reach of the Starlight filaments and give you more selection. So Starlight Jupiter, again, a favorite of mine, something I hope that you decide to try, and of course choose your own adventure. So this has been In Printing Color. My name is Liz, aka pezliz. I stream live on twitch.tv/pezliz every single Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. My tongue is green because we had a hype train, and part of my hype train is consuming these very strange pickleballs. So we enjoy that. We enjoy that, or I pretend to. So we have fun with that. But of course, if you want to know more about Polymaker filaments, twitch.tv/pezliz every single Wednesday. And of course, pretty much anytime I stream, I'm talking about Polymaker filaments. And of course, the other thing that's really cool in my stream is we do Polymaker giveaways. So of course, if you happen upon my channel, please join and have some fun. And also, of course, Polymaker has lots of different streams throughout the week. They are starting up a new community.polymaker.com where they're going to have more stuff in the schedule. But always 24/7 is the Polymaker Discord. So you can go to discord.polymaker.com. There's a chance to win filament every single day, and also to talk about filament, ask questions about 3D printing, no matter what time zone you're in. So thank you so much for joining me for In Printing Color, and happy printing.